Welcome back to WoW to Old School, where I talk with WoW streamers that tried Old School Runescape to try and get some perspective on what they thought of Old School Runescape when they tried that, and what they're thinking now of World of Warcraft, you know, and everything in between. Today's guest was the very first player to hit level 60 in the 2019 original Classic WoW servers. Probably the most efficient player I've ever seen, playing way more efficiently than I've ever played in the 20 years that I've played RuneScape. He's embraced Old School harder than most. In around 3 months, he's clocked in over 1,000 hours, sitting around like 1,900 total. He's done the raids, he's done CG grinds, he's gotten a Dragon Warhammer. This guy is a beast. We had a ton of stuff to talk about, so enjoy this conversation with Jokered. Jokered, how long have you been playing World of Warcraft?
I started playing in 2012, so I was like 15 years old, so that's what, like 13 years.
Gotcha. So you didn't start like the very beginning. Like you were, it was a while before you started. Okay.
The thing is, I was like really young, and I would go to like my grandparents' place, and my uncle was still living there. He was like maybe like 10 years younger than I am now, and he would be playing Vanilla WoW. So I would watch him play like the original game. I was always fascinated by it, but my mom wouldn't give me the game. So it's like, no, you're gonna get addicted to this game, and also you have to pay every month, which back then, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Like there's just no way you could convince my parents to pay with their credit card online. They would think they would get scammed. It was like a taboo. Like it's just paying every month as well. It was like a mess. There's no way.
No, I get that. My parents wouldn't let me play either. They did. I did talk them into a $5 RuneScape membership though, which is why I got that game under my belt instead. But I did want WoW first. That was going to be my first choice, but I didn't get it. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Worked out though. Okay. I'd say it's pretty good.
I mean, hey, that's nice though.
Yeah,
you got one game.
Yeah,
I was stuck playing on Miniclip, dude. That's all I could do.
Yeah, that's where I found RuneScape, actually, is Miniclip. That's where it originally was. Yeah, it's like where everyone back then found it. It was like it was a browser game back then. You just logged in through Miniclip.
Yeah.
But with WoW in mind, just, you know, you've basically, like, the only thing in your Twitch bio is that, you know, you were first to 60 in WoW Classic. I'm assuming that was a 2019 like original release of Classic.
Yes, yes, yeah, not the vanilla one. Yeah,
gotcha. So you're like a real just a grinder. Like your play style is generally, you're going fast, you're going hard. Would you say that pretty much aligns with how you approach not just WoW but games in general?
Yeah, I mean, not every single game, but if there's a game where that's like how it works, you can just put in more hours and try to be more efficient and get more experience. Like I do choose to play like that. I just kind of can't help myself.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I find it harder to be casual. Yeah, it's even though like I'm not trying to like be the best or anything like that. I'm not trying to be like the most skilled player. I just can't help but like try to find better methods. But at the same time, you're not gonna catch me like tree tick sand mining in RuneScape. You know, like I'm not doing that. Right, but it's like, hey, you know, if there's a way to get a bit more XP for like barely any more effort, I'll do it. Right, like lazy stuff.
Yeah, I noticed you had like some time management stuff going down. Like when I tuned in today, you were talking like, okay, once I get to this level, I can cut out, you know, this route of farming so I can spend more time doing this. And you were just like planning it all out.
Yeah, I do like to plan. Yeah, I do like to plan stuff. Yeah, that feels good.
No, efficiency is great.
Yeah, you can be so efficient, but also like you can choose how much effort to put in to get stuff done.
Right. For your WoW side of things, like when did your whole like speed run going hard era start?
It was in 2019.
Just in 2019, that was the first time you really were like, let's get down and dirty, try and be world first here.
It just kind of happened accidentally where I played on a couple of servers. I mean, no private servers, what those are with WoW.
Oh, yeah.
Like unofficial Blizzard servers. And there was a couple of freshes. We call them a freshes when they launch a server. Everybody starts at level 1. It's hype, right? That's the best feeling of WoW.
Yeah.
And I was playing on one of these servers while still going to school. And it was like not even top 100 on the server. I'm just playing, right? I'm going to school. I'm not playing all the time. And the server ended up being not super popular. People quit it towards the end. And I ended up getting first 60 there just because the people I had quit.
Yeah.
And it felt really good. was like, oh, what if I actually practiced and try to get better at this? So then the next server I did practice and I did get first 60 again. And then I was like, dude, I feel pretty confident now. What if I practice again for the official 2019? And yeah, that's what I did. And I kind of knew that if I, you know, got first, I would have like a burst of viewership. And, you know, here I am still streaming 6 years later. It actually kind of planned out. It worked out according to plan, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's good stuff. It's really funny. I talked to Ampy about the same thing, and he had the same sort of journey of like experiencing the full throttle on private servers ahead of time, and then giving him the idea of like, oh, maybe I'll do this on the actual servers then if I can practice it. So it's interesting hearing that, you know, the background kind of follows the same path of,
funny story. Me and Ampy were exactly the same level at some point in 2019. We're both level 42.
Oh, really?
And we made a pact to both go to sleep at the same time so we don't play too much. So we both went to sleep at that level. Seriously. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's good stuff.
So we go way back, like 6 years at least.
Wow. Yeah, you guys are gamers at heart. It's crazy to see the translation from that kind of play style and approach to WoW, and seeing just how hard you guys are going on Old School. We'll get into that later, but I just think it's awesome seeing that, like, that absolute gamer mentality show itself with how you guys have been playing. It's really cool. Right now, over in the WoW landscape, it's kind of in this weird sort of situation of having multiple World of Warcrafts. You know, they got anniversary servers, they got hardcore, they've got MoP Classic, Legion Remix, retail. It's a ton of different games. The community kind of feels split. So now that you've been over in the Old School world a little bit, kind of stepped away, and you glance over there, like you just kind of look and see where the WoW community is at, the WoW, you know, updates, patches. What are your general thoughts on it right now, as someone who's been a part of it for so long?
Yeah, it's very different having a outsider perspective now, because before I'm like playing the game, as you said, like that's what I'm doing. So you kind of like cope a bit more and you try to like be okay with it. But now that I've kind of taken a step back and I'm playing a different game, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of like a mess, right? I mean, I knew it was a mess, but now you see it more. And it feels like with WoW, they're trying to please every single person with all these different versions of the game, but it's split up the community so much. Like, and the thing about WoW is it's a game oriented around the community.
Right.
I feel like me playing RuneScape's a community game, but you're not as dependent on other players, right? You can play solo so long.
Definitely.
WoW, you need a guild, you need a pug, you need a Discord, right? Like it just works that way. So if you have all these different versions of the game, and like the guild is getting split apart because they want to try the new version, and then the other part of the guild is staying on the existing one, what ends up happening is the guild just crumbles. And then when one person quits in the guild, and maybe someone else does, and it just kind of falls down like a house of cards. And that's what's been happening with WoW for the last like few years. They're just launching one version after the other. It's hype, people play it, and then it just ends up dying.
Yeah. I always forget about that guild part too. Like the whole guild system is so important, especially in the end game loop. You know, that's I do forget about that as an old school player. Like I'm so used to just so many solo challenges being available, and
you guys have it so much easier. You have no idea. Like I've been talking about this on stream. Like, dude, you can just log in and play the game. You don't have to, like with WoW, sometimes it feels like the stars have to align perfectly for you to be able to just raid.
Right. You
need like the perfect conditions of like people showing up and them needing your class and your role. Where RuneScape, just log in and play. It's great. It's why some of these WoW guys have been playing so much, because we can just play. We don't have to wait. Yeah, we don't have to wait, right? And again, them launching more versions of WoW has been making that part harder, because people are just more split up.
Yeah,
and people
I was
are afraid
thinking
to
about
roll
that.
on a new server. Yeah, it's a big deal.
During OnlyFans, because I played a warrior, I got to 60, and when I was trying to farm for the Prebis, like to just be an actual help in the raid, it's like I had to wait for I had to not only wait, but just send messages out, just like, please help me.
And that's just a dungeon.
Yeah,
it's easy to find a dungeon group.
Yeah.
Imagine a raid.
Yeah, so it's brutal, man.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is rough. That's definitely not ideal to split the community.
And then you saw what happened, right?
Oh yeah.
With OnlyFans, like, it was great, it was super fun, but as soon as people started logging off and they got their gear, it became harder to find groups.
Yeah,
because you're dependent on the guild, dependent on the community. As soon as that community starts to like fall apart or play different versions of the game, the game just stops working.
Yeah,
that's the main issue with WoW. It's anti-solo player, which again is what's cool about it as well. But seeing how RuneScape works, I'm like, damn, this is so much easier. I can just play. Why is it not like this over there?
Yeah. It's a weird. I guess it is a slippery slope too, because I know there's plenty of arguments for keeping an MMO based around.
Yeah, absolutely. I 100% understand those arguments, but it's also like 2025 now. It's no longer the old the way it was, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I remember actually. I don't remember if it was. I guess it was a few WoW guys that I had made a video talking about like the state of MMOs a couple years ago, and a bunch of people reacted to it. And one of the common things that was brought up about the whole, depending on other players and the social aspect of things, is they brought up the fact that when WoW was in its prime, especially around the time that you started playing, things like Discord and all like Facebook and stuff weren't as big when it first started. So WoW served as like that social sort of medium for people that they could go to and like talk to people, make friends. And nowadays, no one's talking in the games very much. People don't use it to talk. So things like guilds and, finding people for dungeons, it's almost like this annoyance because it's not where we do our socializing, which I never really thought about. So I guess in RuneScape's world, not only do people not really need to socialize as much or to like be dependent on gameplay because of that, but also most people are playing a single player game mode of an Iron Man. like extra don't need anybody. So it's just very interesting kind of seeing the parallel there, like of end game content and where raids are.
It's such a different design though. I'll interrupt you here, sorry.
Oh yeah, no, go ahead.
With WoW, it's like you have forced interaction. With RuneScape, you have interaction that you do if you want to do it. So like if I see another player, like I was doing, so it's funny, I've been doing fishing trawler recently, right? Not a fan of it, but I was doing it.
Yeah.
And it took me 120 to just get my set. I just got it today, right?
Nice, dude.
And on the trawler, you don't have to interact with anybody, but people are still sharing how many runs they've done, how many pieces they've gotten.
Yeah.
Right. And it's cooler that way. We're like, oh, I have to whisper you so I can join a trawler. Like I don't want to do it, but I have to do it. Right. Like WoW, it's forced. Where RuneScape, it's more natural, more dynamic. Right. It's like, imagine you're playing WoW and you're leveling, you run into another player and you just say hi. Like that's like a more, I feel like, natural reaction of socialization in a game. And I wish it was more like that sometimes. Instead of like, oh, I got to whisper you so I can make a group. It's like friction, right?
Yeah, definitely. And looking at with all that considered, especially looking at all the different versions of WoW right now, there's this discussion of Classic Plus constantly in the air. Like everyone kind of, yearning for a Classic Plus, some sort of equivalent that RuneScape got. And, there's so many complications that come with that. But when you're thinking about Classic Plus, what kind of thing do you envision that would kind of separate it from the things they've tried, like Season of Discovery and the different versions of WoW? How would it be this big different spectacle?
I love this question, bro.
Yeah.
All right. So the thing with Classic Plus that I would like to see the most is permanence, not like a seasonal game where it's like a lot of hype and people are playing it at the start and then they fall off, right? Because they're like, it's not really worth to play anymore. I'm too behind. I can't catch up, right?
Right.
What they need to focus on is an MMO should not be a game where there's a reset button every so few months, so few years with like expansions, for example, right? What I was saying before is like expansions, they look good, they look interesting, exciting, but they're kind of like a scam because you're basically trading in old content for new content. You're not gaining more content because the old content is not relevant anymore because now everything revolves around the new expansion. Here's an example, right? So like the Burning Crusade, one of the most revered expansions ever. Like people are gonna love TBC. It's like a favorite, right?
Right.
Thing about TBC is you had vanilla WoW, which is like 20, 30 zones, and then TBC Outland is like 8 zones. Sadly, those older zones, those 25, 30 zones, they don't matter anymore. You don't need to be there anymore.
Yeah.
So now you have 8 zones instead of 25. They're new, they're exciting, they're hype, but you have a smaller game. You no longer go there. Like imagine in RuneScape if like you no longer had to go to Lumbridge ever. There's no point being in Lumbridge or Varrock. Because like now everything is in Vardamore.
Yeah.
That's TBC. And again, like people love it, but like they don't understand that it doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to, just because you add something new, remove the old and make the old redundant. So I would like to see it with Classic Plus where they add content without cannibalizing and making the older content not important anymore. Like add a raid past Extramas and keep Molten Core relevant, for example.
Right. Yeah, it's I guess it's always rough to try and brainstorm stuff like that for a game like WoW that has a very vertical progression system of like,
exactly,
you know,
it's tough, but this is the opportunity because you can't really do that with like the other versions because they're already set up.
Yeah.
You got what I'm saying? But if you're making a new game, you have a chance to go back to the drawing board and rethink the game design a bit. This is their one chance, really. If they don't do it now, it's never happening.
I hopefully they're cooking something up. That would be awesome to see. I'm sure everyone's going to try it if they do come out
hope so.
with some sort of labeled like, you know, Classic Plus. Like if Classic Plus is ever promoted, it's going to be crazy. So hopefully it'll be, you know, meet everyone's expectations.
Even if the game sucks, people are going to play it. Like it's going to be like a big deal.
Absolutely.
For at least a few months. And then probably will die out, even if it's pretty good. What I hope that happens is like similar to what happened with RuneScape is over the years, when they actually started adding new content to the game, like with Zulrah, the Grand Exchange, stuff like that, the player base starts building up again. Like, hey, actually this game is good. What the hell?
Yeah.
It wasn't just like a couple years of hype and that's it. I'm not saying it's going to happen with WoW as well, but like it could happen. It's a bit of cope, but
hopefully. Well, you can only hope, I guess. But I guess to transition over to the Old School RuneScape stuff.
Yes.
I think you had started around in July, you kind of with that massive wave of everybody kind of logging in for the first time, coming over from WoW.
A bit later.
Was it a little later?
Yeah, I started playing, I believe it was like the 17th of July. So I was like one of the last people to start playing because I was going to play Mr. Pandaria Classic and I was still planning on playing. So I'm going to try out RuneScape. I'm bored of the pre-patch. I'm going to play for a couple days, probably not like the game and quit, right? I didn't think I would like it. I've always was on the back of my mind to play it though. A bit of a backstory. 2009, 2010, friends in school were playing RuneScape. I know what the game is. I have heard about it. I asked my mom, can I play? Can I get a membership? No. Same deal. She doesn't want to get a subscription, right? And I didn't want to be the guy without a membership, so I never played it. I always knew about the game, but I didn't know how cool it actually is now that I'm playing it. But it was a game I wanted to try at some point. And even playing in OnlyFans, like with you and like Perp and other like content creators from RuneScape, I got more interested. I remember talking to Guzu about it at TwitchCon as well. He told me he was going to be playing. I was like, okay, that sounds interesting. Yeah, I might try it out at some point.
Yeah.
And here I am 1,200 hours later in 3 months. By the way. So like, yeah, I'm hooked. But like, it's kind of like backstory, I guess.
It's interesting hearing everybody like kind of, you know, that week or two before, maybe even the stream before, just going in and seeing VODs of everyone kind of like, I don't know if I should try it. Like, I don't know about RuneScape.
Yeah,
it's
you're on the fence.
weird. Yeah. Like, because what were your impressions of RuneScape as a game prior to logging in, like creating your own account?
So I thought RuneScape was all about just chopping down trees.
Just chopping trees.
That's all I knew. All I knew about the game, chopping trees and scams. That's all I knew.
Damn.
Right? I had no idea there was like actually high-end PVM and like interesting PvP and like a variety of skills that I had no idea, right? It's an outsider perspective. The game looked a bit weird and it was just mostly like grinding trees and like maybe super long grinds. But obviously that wasn't it, right?
Yeah.
But that's all I knew. It's like one of those things. It's hard to get past that, right? Like even if you're wrong about what you believe, it doesn't matter because you believe it,
Yeah.
right? It's just one of those things. You just could be wrong about something.
What did you think about the graphics?
I prefer WoW graphics even now, right?
Yeah.
But it's not as so. Once you start playing and you turn on the GPU, on Runelight,
yeah, night and day.
it's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's not that bad, right? I also have animation smoothing, which makes it look a bit better, and I have like a setting on the GPU that makes it sharper. And people ask me all the time, how is it so sharp? It's just like a setting. I'm not using HD 117, for example, right? I didn't go that far, but I don't mind it. Now that I'm playing, I don't care. It's fine. I think it looks good.
Yeah, it's definitely got a charm to it.
It's got a character, man. Like you can tell what it is.
Yep.
Right. This is gonna sound a little weird. Some games that come out nowadays, I don't like the way they look because they look too realistic. There's no like character or soul in the game. It's just like some kind of like Unreal Engine 5. Like it's too good.
Yeah.
You know, RuneScape and classic WoW, you can tell they're old games. You can tell they're games, right? Like it's a charm of the game, like you said. You know, it's a plus.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it definitely beats the borrowed assets of Unreal Engine 5. All the characters looking the exact same and moving the same clunky ways.
And day, bro. You just said it. You just said it. They all look the same, bro. Like every game, like you can't differentiate.
Yeah, there's no identity.
It's just one of those things where the main problem, Jimmy, is like when you get closer to like realistic graphics, like how we look in real life, then there's less flexibility. You know,
oh, definitely.
Like obviously from the 1980s onwards, there were massive leaps, right? In how games look. Like you go from like, I don't know, I didn't play like from on an Atari game, but you go like an Atari game to like Nintendo 64 and then to like PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. There were massive leaps in how good games look.
Yeah.
But once you get closer to like how we look in real life, there's not much progress to be made.
Right.
If anything, it just becomes more expensive to play because you need a better PC.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, things being less stylized, it's not too fun if a game doesn't have its own, you know, like being able to recognize a game by its character design and everything is a really nice touch, I'd say. I'm glad that things like you can see a WoW character in completely out of context and recognize that it's from WoW.
You
and
know
vice
what
versa.
it is. You know what it is, bro.
Yeah.
You know what it is without playing the game.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Like without even playing. And it was the same with me and RuneScape. I knew that would be a RuneScape thing because of the way that character looks. Like, oh, that's RuneScape.
Yeah, it's such a unique character design. Yeah.
And the main reason is the game's been around for 20 years as well, right? Like it being around a long time helps.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, and so many people have tried it, even if for a day or two as kids, you know, it's still around, like it's recognizable because of how different it is from all the other ones. Do you remember just because I mean you are so deep in the game right now, like unbelievably deep. But do you remember like your first week of playing Old School and just the different like thoughts that you were having playing, you know, this coming from a game that's just vertical progression, like WoW brain, you know, there's only so many paths you could take into a game like Old School.
That's such a good question.
Like, do you remember what kind of things you were noticing, what you were thinking?
It is actually unreal how different I looked at the game and played the game week one than now. It is almost like nostalgia, and it's 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Like the first week, dude, I was not using Quest Helper. I never went on the wiki. I also didn't read chat on purpose when I get spoiled, right?
Yeah.
It took me 1 hour to find a knife in the game for a quest. That's how lost I was. Right?
Yeah.
Like you have no idea, bro. Like I almost died to like wolves on White Wolf Mountain because I didn't know you can go around the mountain. I almost got killed by the Dark Wizard. Like the most noob of noobs. Like I had roofs turned on, you know? Like
oh yeah.
And it was overwhelming. I'm not gonna lie, I could have seen myself quitting that first week.
Yeah, I was curious to see who would survive the first week, like see if anything was too much for people.
The first week is rough, man. Like, I think RuneScape, can I go on a bit of a spiral here?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, feel free. Yeah, feel free.
So I think RuneScape has a bit of a filter in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I could see a lot of people quitting that first week, right? Where you have so much friction, man. You have like you have no agility levels, so you just walk all the time. It sucks. You don't have fairy rings. You have no way to teleport anywhere. You have no law runes. You're just screwed, right?
Yeah.
It's really, really challenging. And if so many quests you can do, you don't know what to do. But if you make it past that first week, you're hooked, man. You're gonna get quality of life up the wazoo out of nowhere. Like, because the thing is, when you have a lot of friction in a game, and then you unlock quality of life and remove friction, it feels great.
Yeah.
Whereas with WoW, it's like there's no friction in the beginning. Game is so easy, right? But then you start getting friction. Why? Because you got to find people to play the game with. You got to find a raid, and that's when people quit. People quit WoW when they get to the max level. With RuneScape, they quit in the beginning, and if they don't, they're gonna play a longer time. And that's what I noticed. Like, I have way more fun playing the game right now than I did the first week. It's not even close. Now, I'm saying the game sucked in the beginning, but compared to now, it's like night and day difference, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of confusion. You're overwhelmed, right? You're playing a new game, and it's tough. It's not a great new player experience. That's why they made some changes with Tutorial Island, for example, a few days ago, right? They realized that, like, yeah, it's a bit rough, but you don't want to hold people's hand too much. It's kind of like a rite of passage.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
Definitely. Yeah. Things like finally being able to create your POH and putting teleports in there and like a jewelry box. It's like, it takes forever to get that, but once you do, you are soaring. Like, you're feeling like you're on top of the world. It's like, it's awesome.
And it feels good because it sucked before. Like, it feels good in WoW to get a mount at level 40 because you don't have a mount before level 40.
Right.
Even a mount at level 1, you won't know what that's like.
Yeah.
You need to suffer a little bit to then feel good about it.
But
if you suffer too much, you might quit. That's the thing, right? You gotta find the balance.
Yeah.
It's definitely rough. Like, the beginning of RuneScape is rough. And there were a lot of WoW players that have tried it and quit, right? I could see why.
Yeah. Did you follow? I remember there was a WoW player meta of trying old school of basically rushing agility levels immediately because no one liked running out of run energy. Did you follow that, or did you just not really?
I didn't know about that meta, but I did get 72 agility in like 3 weeks.
Nice. Yeah.
That's
good.
I didn't. So this is how I thought about it. It's like, hey, graceful set means I don't have to walk as much. And agility was just, I'm not going to say I like agility, but it was chill to do while watching YouTube. Like, I was just doing it off stream 2 hours a day. It wasn't that bad. Like, I think people blow it out of proportion. Just getting to like 70 agi, if you just chip at it a bit every day, you'll get there.
Yeah.
Right? It was easy content on stream to just yap and do agility, like a couple of rooftops, right?
Oh yeah, it flies by.
But I rushed it, not because it was a meta. I just happened to pick that skill, and I thought it was worth it anyway.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think a lot of WoW guys were like asking their chat, like, why is run energy so bad? Like, how do I get this up? And they just said agility, and suddenly everybody was just like going to the rooftops. Like, it was so funny to watch.
Oh yeah,
just everybody their first week like getting way too high agility levels. That's cool. Yeah, that's awesome that you were able to kind of see past that, or at least push past the early game struggles of navigating around.
I did, man.
Yeah. They definitely made it easier nowadays for new players too, with like minigame teleport, stuff like that you just definitely didn't exist for a while.
That's all I did, bro. That's all I did. That's the only way for me to travel. It's like, oh my god, my minigame teleport is ready. I can go past control teleport, and I'm at Port Sarim.
Yeah, huge quality of life, like crazy quality of life.
You know what's crazy, bro? Is when you get your RD cloak. You get your RD cloak, it's oh my god, I can just TP here all the time. It's insane.
Yeah, just that unlimited prayer restore, close fairy ring, just a beautiful thing, just a great feeling.
It's so good.
Yeah, the early game is really fun getting those little unlocks. Like, it's so rewarding. So that's good that you've kind of seen all of that. That's awesome. Did you ever try doing the whole like guideless thing, or were you pretty quick on the whole like Wikiscape, quest helper? Like, what direction did you take?
So again, the first week I did nothing, like zero help. And I was like, okay, I wanted to try the game raw first. That's it. I knew I was going to use quest helper, and then after that I just started using quest helper. Did optimal Iron Man. I was hardcore for like a month and a half before I died, so I was always trying to be a little safe. And that was like another thing. Like, I kind of felt like hardcore was not the play. as a new player, like you just like miss out on a lot of the game. But I just thought like you might as well start hardcore. If you die, like you keep playing. But like definitely it hindered me so much with my progress because I couldn't go to Wildy and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, just kind of like wiki stuff. I have something I call wiki weaving. It's when you're fishing or whatever and you just wiki something, but like learn. I love the wiki. Wiki's great. It's like Wowhead on steroids.
That is a really good idea. Like just kind of.
It's just all information. Like, oh my god, like I can look at drop rates. Like, how do I get this item? What kind of XP per hour rates? Like, I'm just like a nerd, and the wiki like allows me to nerd more. You know, it's good.
Yeah, it's the greatest wiki in all of gaming. It's not even close. It's
It's so good, bro.
RuneScape
so
wiki
good.
team is they're heroes. They're actual heroes. Like I can't believe they run a site that good. It's so awesome.
They're the goats, man. They're the goats for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So I mean, I'm guessing, yeah, like you said, you're now that you're experiencing the current stage of where you're at in the game with all like the quality of life and stuff. It's pretty clear that this style of learning about efficiency has definitely become what you enjoy the most, rather than kind of going in blind for everything, but figuring out optimal ways of playing and all that. So that's cool to
not
see.
always, right?
Not always.
Like some bosses, I choose to go blind because I think it's good content for the stream.
Oh yeah.
So like I don't always like look up everything, right? Like I would say for most of the time for the bosses, I haven't seen the fight. I intentionally go in not knowing, right?
Yeah.
Like if I'm doing a quest, I would like follow the arrow. Yeah, that I was doing for sure. And I like to ask you like, hey, what's the best way to do stuff and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
I'm always curious.
Speaking of quests, I mean, I know you said you use Quest Helper for it a lot, but what's your opinion on quests of Old School? Because that is like a big difference compared to other MMOs. Is that they have a storyline? It's a one and done.
Yeah.
It's not fetch and kill quests. So, what's your opinion on that?
So I'm not gonna say I'm a massive fan of quests on RuneScape. I personally, I don't want to say like it was a lot of running around.
Yeah.
Like a lot of you have to get a lot of items. Like, but I will admit, when you finish a quest in this game, it feels amazing.
It does.
You actually have accomplished something. Like, and like some of the quests were so good. I mean, Desert Treasure 2 is like an entire game. It's a game. It's like a story game.
Best quest.
I read all of it. I think it was 10 out of 10, like cinema quest, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, like overall, the questing experience, maybe it's not for me, but I didn't hate it. It's just like there were like some quests that had so much friction, so much like collecting of items. Like, oh my god, I gotta go there. Like, but I did it anyway. I got my questscape, right? Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's just it's not what I would tell. Like, I wouldn't say I would play RuneScape for quests, but I think for some people it's amazing. Like, imagine you're a puzzle solver. You play without quest helper. You just want to solve the quest yourself, dude. Like, you got 1,000 hours of content probably, right? Like, it's insane.
Sometimes you might have 1,000 hours on one little quest step because of how terrible the guide is, like, in game for what to do next. Like, there's some terrible
like I could like
things.
not appreciate something, but I can appreciate that someone else likes it. You know, I think
100%.
there's like the questing experience is like 10 out of 10 for some people easily, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to shit on it too much because I didn't like it a lot, but I did enjoy. Again, some quests were great. Like the My Arm quest chain for the Troll quest chain, for example.
Oh, yeah.
It's just great banter and lore. Like you can tell, like it's not like super political color questing, you know? It's like just a bunch of drunk people. You know, it's just silly, it's stupid, it's goofy.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that about it.
Yeah, I've always loved that about Old School, of just not taking itself too seriously and always keeping our character as nothing more than an adventurer. No matter like what crazy thing you do in the world, like no matter what you accomplish, everyone just kind of sees you as some guy. You know, it's just like
you just start arguing with the NPCs, like you're just insulting each other.
Yeah,
like, that's so good. You are not the champion and the savior of the world.
Yeah,
right. You are just another idiot.
That's I love that. I love that about it. That's my favorite part. Yeah. So I guess for context, you have around a little over 1,900 total level. You're about to hit 99 farming soon, it looks like. You've got a quest cape.
Yeah.
And it seems like you've had quite a variety of crazy RNG drops. So you've experienced a ton of stuff.
And you're going there. You're going there. Oh shit.
Yeah. So I mean, like, not in any details and stuff. Like I know, like your CG. I saw that a little bit. You've been there for a little bit. Not got your.
I'm trying.
Yeah, that's just it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But all that being said, like looking back at this journey so far, what experience here, like what area of the game have you found yourself enjoying the absolute most in terms of like, you're about to start your stream and you've got this thing planned and that excites you more than anything. Like what part of the game gets you feeling like that?
I think right now it might be doing Slayer.
Yeah.
Which is really crazy because in the beginning I hated Slayer because it was like points boosting and it wasn't really that exciting. There's no interesting drops, right?
Yeah.
But now entering the 80s in Slayer, there's a lot of cool unlocks on the way. Bosses you can fight. You can literally fight a boss because of like how crazy is that? Like because I have a number, I can fight a boss.
Yeah.
I can't do it otherwise. So like I'm like, oh my god, I'm 3 levels away, 4 levels away from fighting Sire. I'm 10 levels away from fighting Cerebus, like there's all these cool bosses I want to check out, and there's exciting dopamine drops. So like, yeah, I think it might be Slayer the most exciting thing right now, like for me.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely I find that Slayer's definitely a hit or miss for players. It's either like their favorite or their least favorite. There's not a lot of in between.
It's not really bad, man. It's so bad. It was probably the worst skill in the beginning. Like, that's the thing with RuneScape. Some skills get way more fun. Like farming. Farming, dude. I had 5 crash outs on farming in the beginning.
Did you?
I was like, what the hell is the skill? I did. I literally crashed out so hard. And then I did the quests. So I got my farming level higher. Then I unlocked the TD farm, I don't know how you call that, right? I unlocked that. And then I was doing that till 46. And then everything changed because of Jane. I don't know who Jane is.
Oh yeah, the contracts.
So she changed my life.
Yeah.
Right. So if it wasn't for Jane, I would not be 98 farming because she gives me all these seed packs for me doing contracts for her all the time, and it's just great. It's really nice. And now I love the skill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be 99 in like 5 or 6 days.
That's awesome. Are you stoked to get your first skill cape?
I am. Yeah, I've already planned like with the viewers like a party at like the Draenor village, and I'm gonna like harvest potatoes where it all started to hit the 99. So I gotta make sure that I mat it out correctly. Yeah, for
Hell
sure.
yeah, dude. That's awesome. It's always a very, very special feeling getting your first 99. It is. You'll never forget what it was. You'll never forget when it happened. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it's like your first fire cape or something, right?
Yeah.
Like it's iconic.
How did your fire cape runs go? Like, because that's like everyone's pretty much their first big accomplishment, like item in the game that you basically have to get to a certain point. So what are your thoughts on like when you learned about the fire cape and your experience with it?
I was really nervous, and like when I got to Jad, I had like, how people have Jad hands?
Yeah.
Right? I had Jad voice.
Did you?
I like started squeaking. Yeah, that's it. So I wasn't like blind on Jad. I didn't know everything about it, right? But I did see a couple clips, and I knew you could walk through the boss between attacks when the ads spawn, and then they get stuck.
Yeah.
Right? After you like hit them or something. So I did that. I hit the 3 ads, and I went through the boss. I'm like, oh, I'm good. I just kill it now, right on my first try. It's insane. Well, there's 4 ads, so I didn't know that. And I was like, what do I do, guys? What do I do? And I died. And I died again, second pull. And I got on the 3rd try. But dude, it was rough. I mean, it was like 2.5 hours for me just to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of prayer potions. It's intense, bro. Like that was an experience, like straight up. And then people, and I want to do Infernal Cape at some point. Like I'm like, how am I gonna do that if Fire Cape went like that? It's very intimidating.
Yeah.
I was intimidated by Fire Cape, and now I'm intimidated by like the way harder things.
Yeah.
But you can eventually get there. You just gotta go through those nerves.
I always tell people that Infernal Cape is just it's a battle of attrition of like, can you outlast Zuck in attempts?
Yeah.
Because it's just everyone's journey is so different. I've watched so many people take on their Infernal Cape, and it's just like, do you have the mental strength to learn from your mistakes and just go again? Like that's all it really is.
Yeah, it's a mental
you just learn
for sure.
I've been procrastinating for 7 years. I've never gotten an Infernal Cape because I just know that it's going to be a long commitment. I'm
There's
just
no
like,
way everyone does it. There's no way.
Yeah.
Like, and it could be the easiest thing ever, but it's just the idea of doing it
yeah,
puts off a lot of people.
yeah,
Like, I haven't even told my chat like I'm doing it for sure, because I'm like, bro, I'm not even there yet. You know, like maybe one day, right? But it's
yeah.
like I'm not like super confident about it.
Yeah, it's
But I
gotta be
wasn't
something you really
confident about
want.
Farcape either. So
Yeah,
yeah, you gotta work for it for sure.
yeah.
Oh yeah. You know what I want to do though? I want to do Delve 8, which is technically harder mechanically, but because it's only like 10 minutes, it's not that intimidating. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Like,
that stuff
that's
is
the way I see
crazy.
it.
Yeah, the Delph stuff is
It's
crazy.
crazy. It's way harder, right? But because it's 10 minutes, I could do 10 minutes. 2.5 hours though to see Zuck, and then when I see him, my heart's gonna fucking explode. Bro. That's the thing.
Yeah,
It's the nerves, man.
it is. Yeah, that's what it comes down
Yeah.
to for most of the high level content is just like keeping your cool because it's so easy to just click the wrong square once and suddenly you find yourself clicking 8 squares in 2 seconds because you're trying to figure out how to not die in a like
Oh
because
my God.
you know it's
That's
just
how those
it's like
ads
that.
spawn in the end. Those
Yeah.
like little ads that like shoot stuff at you, and then like I think you can't click the same tiles again. Like you have to walk differently,
Mhm.
and then like that thing is slowly dying that's shielding you, and then there's like more ads that spawn. Like I don't even know, bro. Like I feel like, and then just to get to him, you gotta do 3 jads. Like it's so scary, man. How do people do this?
Yeah,
man? Like,
yeah. There's a
what?
lot of stuff to learn, but it's very learnable. If I've learned anything, it's that the
It is,
Inferno
it
is
is, yeah.
super learnable. And there's obviously there's a ton of old school creators and stuff that love walking people through. Especially the WoW guys of like these big PVM achievements and goals. It's been
Yeah.
super exciting watching everybody kind of learn these mechanics for the first time and take them on. So whenever you do try it, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun for everyone to watch.
It's gonna be good content for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I think I saw in your title today it was like day 76 or something like that. So you've
Yeah.
day 76, 1900 total. Do you think that you see yourself playing old school for a long time after this, or do you think you're kind of gonna like get to a certain amount of goals and then put it down for a while and then come back later? Or how do you kind of see old school working into your gaming future, especially as a streamer?
Very nice question. So for me, it's like I always feel like there's something to do in this game, right?
Mhm.
However, I feel like if I did get a max cape, I would lose the fun of skilling. I'm not saying I would quit, but like that for me could be a point of like less interest in the game.
Mhm.
So that's why I've been like trying to not make that as a goal, because I'm afraid that I would maybe not want to play as much. But you can still play more after Maxscape. Like that's nothing, right? Like in the long terms of things, like bro, I've seen people that like they don't even remember when they maxed. That's how long ago it was,
Yeah.
right? But like, that's for me, from my perspective, where I am now, would be like almost like beating the game. But I know it's not beating the game at all. Obviously, like beating the game is getting all the clogs almost, which no one's done, and like getting a Zuck helm. Like there's so much crazy stuff you can do, right?
Yeah.
That's the nice thing about the game. It's like it's not beatable technically.
Yeah.
So you can always just play.
Right.
Right. So
Yeah.
I do see the game more long term now. I don't think it's like a couple month thing at all. Like my current goal, I don't know if you know this, is to get achievement cape.
Oh
which
yeah.
is gonna take easily 3 more months minimum.
Oh yeah.
I've
That's one of the
finished
best
2 elite
capes,
diaries
dude.
already.
Did you?
It's awesome. Yeah, I've done Falador and Lumbridge.
Yeah, there's no joke, man. There's achievements. There's some of them that's like, whoa, that's gonna be a couple months there for that
level 5 Barbarian Assault.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
96 fishing. Woo!
yeah,
That's my fishing Kiremba ones, man.
yeah. That's why I always I just salute everybody that has that cape. It's like the coolest cape, and it takes so long to get.
It's a nice cape to get. It's like you get quest cape, and then you get achievement cape, and then there's max cape.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's the order. You don't just go like the thing is, like 99s are daunting right now. Like I'm like, how do you even get a 99? Right. Like farming's easy, right? But like some of these 99s are crazy.
Yeah.
So if you slowly progress it through different goals like quest cape, because you got to get your skills up for that. Achievement cape, got to get them higher, and then you have max cape. It's not that crazy at that point, right? Now it's crazy. When I have achievement cape, maybe it's not that bad. It's only like 2,000 more hours, like something like that, right?
Yeah.
Versus it being like 4,000 right now. You have to incrementally progress the game. Like the way I see it, I think skilling is easy in RuneScape. You just gotta play a lot. What's hard is the mechanics, like Inferno Cape, Colosseum, Delve. That's where the real challenge is, because like that's nerves. You have to play good. You have to click precisely. You know, skilling, just gotta play a lot. You know,
right? There's obviously been a big chunk of the WoW guys who've either just kind of lost interest or kind of like put it down. And as you being someone who has just full send day after day playing this game, like many hours. You said what did you say, 1,200 hours at this point, something like that.
I'm at 50. Let me tell you right now.
Okay,
59 days.
Wow. Yeah,
that's more than 1,200 actually.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It's more.
So you've got that insight of like, you know, playing this game so much and like having these goals keeping you going. But a lot of the WoW guys either didn't make it to that point of like finding a goal, or, you know, maybe they burnt themselves out. Do you think like the WoW mentality, like the vertical progression of like feeling like you're constantly on a timer to get things done, do you think that played into like a burnout system at all?
Maybe a little bit, like, because you don't need to rush in RuneScape. There's no rush, right? You just choose to do it if you want to.
Right.
So maybe some people are like, oh, I have to get my BOFA as soon as possible. I have to get it right now. Like, I have to do like 30 runs a day. Then, yeah, you're going to burn out, right? So what I've been trying to do personally is do CG 4 hours a stream. Not a day, a stream. It's a lot, but like it's not like 8 hours, right? It's not like the whole stream.
Yeah.
But you gotta find what works for you. I mean, some people are like, I'm just gonna work on that one thing and put in a 100% effort, and that's how you can burn out. And then some other people are like, dude, I don't care. I'll get the thing when I get it. I'm gonna just explore the game and have fun, like the way Goose has been playing. You know, like there's so many ways to approach RuneScape, and you just gotta find what works for you. Right.
Yeah, 100%.
Because burnout is real. Like I've been playing a lot. I'm not mind admitting it, like 14 hours a day, which is crazy, right?
Yeah.
But 14 hours a day, 5 of those are maybe on my phone, just doing like Karamba ones or something that's super air, like glass blowing, right? It's like the fact you can play this game on the phone, by the way, 10 out of 10. I love
nuts.
it. I really do. It's so good. It's so underrated because like I like phone games. I like having a game on the phone. So like if I'm on the PC, I'm somewhere else, I can like just do something quick. It's nice. I can do that with RuneScape now.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it was a game changer.
Even though I'm playing 14 hours a day, like I'm doing 4 or 5 hours on the phone. Like I do my farm run on the phone when I'm in bed. When I wake up, I'm just chilling with the cats next to my lap. It's just so comfortable. You know, it's like it's so easy. You know, you just log in, you play a little bit, right? You do like something that doesn't require a lot of clicks, and you don't feel like you're anchored in front of your computer and you're like hooked and you're not doing anything else, right? Like I've played WoW for less and felt more exhausted because I'm at the PC. You know,
oh, definitely.
I'm in a raid. I'm with other people. I have to do something. I have an assignment. You know, it's more flexible, man.
Damn.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Old School has become a part of your life, to say the least. It's like,
oh yeah, I mean, I'm definitely playing still too much. Like I need to slow down a little bit, but yeah, it's just been a long time for me that I've been disinvested and like wanting to grind, because in a while I felt like I've done most of what you can do, you know.
Yeah,
like exploring a new game like this and it having all these avenues for you to put in the hours and see the rewards feels great.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's so crazy just seeing your stats and stuff with how new you are to the game, just like how much you've progressed. Like you have a Fury on an Iron Man. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Bro, when I made that neck, it felt so good, bro.
Oh yeah,
because all those glasses I blew, you know, like all that sand I mined and then you finally see the fruit of it. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
That was sick. If I get a Zenite, for example, now I can make an Anguish. I have a task. Hopefully I get it tomorrow. And then boom, I have this best in slot necklace. Like, poof.
That's nuts. That is absolutely nuts. So, I mean, is it safe to say, like, I mean, I guess it's kind of a tough question because, I mean, this is definitely mostly a streamer sort of, I guess, topic, but you've put a lot of hours into the game and it's become like the game that you are streaming. So, I mean, I don't like saying you know, maining a game, but do you see yourself having this become a part of at least like your main games that you have a part of like your tool belt as a streamer?
Oh yeah, I mean, I always stream WoW. That's all I've done.
Yeah.
Like I've streamed WoW 16,000 hours in 5 years. So you know.
Yeah.
But now, like, this game has probably entered my portfolio. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say Classic Plus came out. I'm not playing RuneScape anymore, right? I could see myself playing RuneScape again when they did a content update.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it doesn't have to be a new skill. I'm just saying, like, they added like a zone or they added a new PVM thing, right? Like, I could definitely see myself being like, let's play some more old school.
Yeah.
Like, I think I've also built a bit of an audience now that wants to watch me play the game as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Not just only WoW viewers, you know. So that also helps. Like, it's very hard to branch out. You probably know this, right? As a streamer.
Absolutely.
It's you kind of have a niche, like especially me. Like I'm just a WoW guy. Like if I play any other game, it's like way less viewership and stuff, right? And it still is, but it's not bad enough to where like I have to go back and stream WoW. I have enough to where I can still like financially be okay. So I'm very grateful for that, you know.
Right.
It's been nice.
Yeah, I think it's always interesting to see all the like where the WoW guys are now, and just wondering like, you know, a year from now, who's going to still be regularly streaming old school and stuff? Because, you know, in this community, like in the old school community, looking at our main streamers, I mean, we've got like Foe, who, I mean, he's been doing old school so long. There's literally an NPC in the game named Paul because he was one of the first ones to do an Iron Man. Like, he's been doing things in old school since 2013. And is still right now like going through and making new accounts and making it entertaining and experiencing the game in new ways. It's just like when you think the journey is over, there's like 600 things you haven't even thought of doing yet. And it's like I'm really excited to see which of the WoW guys end up kind of adapting that mentality and seeing, you know, what cool things they decide to do on their stream if old school becomes a part of their regular schedule, or, you know, maybe they convert entirely, who knows. But it just goes to show how much potential there is in old school to
there is a lot, right? You have all these different game modes of like Iron Man, main, UIM, pures. Like that's why I'm playing Iron Man, because it's a slower paced game with Iron Man. I can just buy everything and then I have more content as a streamer. It's like a win-win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it would be very hard for me to be like, yeah, I don't know what to do anymore, guys.
Yeah,
it's just there's always gonna be something you can get. Like, it's hard to have everything. I mean, no one's done it, right? There's always a clue scroll you can do.
Yeah, and I'm glad most of the WoW guys end up. I think almost everyone ended up playing an Iron Man at least. Like, if not hardcore, then, you know, an Iron Man, because you really do experience 100% of the systems in the game if you play Iron Man. So it doesn't. You know, you're not missing. I mean, there's a few things you might, you know, not really need to do, but for the most part, like you're getting all the essentials no matter what. You're not skipping any parts, so it's good that everyone chose that route. I think it's the most entertaining by far. There's this famous line. I'm sure you've heard it. You may even said it. This progression matters. You know, when comparing the, you know, sort of cycle, the gameplay loop of WoW versus the horizontal progression of old school. Since I don't have too much experience with WoW, so I can't really like use it as an argument, I feel like. But as someone who's super deep into old school and having so much WoW experience behind you, would you say that the phrase progression matters is applicable here? Like, is it true?
Oh yeah, I mean, the way I understand that question is like, in WoW, you progress, you clear the raid, but in like 6 months there's a new raid and all the gear you got doesn't matter much anymore, right?
Right.
So like all that progression eventually is not relevant. Whereas in RuneScape, you have to progress your skill from 1 XP to 13 million, right?
Yeah.
So the XP you earn matters. It's gotten you somewhere. You have benefited from that. So yeah, I would say that's a true statement.
Okay. Sure. Cool. Yeah, just because
like even getting items in this game, you still use them. Like
Right.
people still use Barrow's gear for stuff, even though it's old content. It's crazy. It's so relevant.
I had just talked about that like earlier today of Barrow's equipment. You know, Barrow's coming out in 2005, and it's still like a pretty essential pit stop for every Iron Man in 2025. So it's like 20 years later, this content is
And
still
for
extremely.
diaries.
Yeah, and for diaries.
Don't
Yeah,
forget.
I think I have one last very important question here. It's probably the most important one, I think. What would you rate Old School RuneScape out of 10?
Ooh, I'm really bad with this stuff rating.
Yeah, it's a terrible question. That's why I ask it.
I'm gonna sound like a shill, but I'd say like 10 out of 10 right now for me. Like it's just hitting all the checkpoints.
Yeah, I think you have the most credentials to give it a 10, to be honest. I don't know if there's anyone that has more completion on their account than you right now.
If anything, it is a 10 out of 10 on accessibility. Like this is like the most accessible game I've ever played. Like I can play it on the phone. I can play it solo all the time. It's just it's so underrated, the fact you can just chop a tree, you can just go fish Karamba once and make meaningful, relevant progression.
Yeah.
That is so good, bro. It's so good. And the other part to say 10 out of 10 is I like dopamine hits with like loot. And there's so much exciting loot. Like I got a Warhammer recently that felt insane.
Yeah, I saw that clip.
Like I was shaking.
Yeah, I saw that. That was awesome. That was cool.
Like there's stuff like that in WoW as well, but it's more limited. I feel like RuneScape has more loot to chase. And another reason why I like Iron Man, you know, is if it's gonna feel better when you get an item like that.
Yeah,
So I'd give it a special feeling.
Right, yeah.
As cliche as it is, I'd say that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I absolutely agree. It's like the more I talk with everyone about it, and you know, I've been covering various RuneScape topics and video essays for many years now, and it becomes more and more evident of how amazing this game is. Like when and any flaws that it has, it's usually addressed and fixed, and it's just you know, the communication between players and devs is awesome, and it's just like I can't believe that, you know, this MMO exists, like this sort of dynamic between players and devs and all the systems.
A game like this would never come out in this time.
Yeah, exactly. It's so cool.
The way companies work, the goals of them, they would never make a game like this.
Yeah. Are you stoked for sailing, by the way? I saw the new blog post.
Yeah, the announcement 19th. I'm worried because I might not have Bofa by then.
Oh no.
I was like secretly hoping for it to be a bit later. But like obviously people want it sooner, so I'm excited about it, right? But yeah, my plan is like if I don't get Bofa by then, I'll take like a couple week break from CG, focus on the new content, right?
Yeah.
And then go back to do my daily 4 hours in the red prison.
Yeah. CG ain't going anywhere.
By then.
Yeah, it ain't going anywhere.
It ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
Good stuff. Well, man, thank you so much for taking time after your stream, especially to talk with me about all this stuff. This was awesome.
All good, man. Honestly, it was fun questions you asked, like really good ones.
Yeah, man. Is there anything I missed, like maybe you wanted to touch on regarding Old School? Like I don't know if there's anything that we missed that you were thinking about.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of the good rants that I have on my stream, I said here, like you actually hit the questions right on the nail, man. Like it was
perfect.
It was good.
Good, because I've been worried about that.
Yeah, like, I was actually impressed. Like it's like almost like you watched my stream and you see the things that I say, and then you ask the questions that will trigger those answers. Like it's like kind of impressive, actually.
Well, I guess I've had like 5 other people to kind of refine the questions for before, so I've kind of like eliminated some, added some. So I'm glad.
And this is like version 5 then.
Yeah. I've kind of made sure you've got the really good questions formatted here. So I'm glad. Sweet. A big thank you to Jokered for taking the time out to talk with me. He had actually just ended a 10.5-hour stream before having that whole conversation you just listened to. So my God, it's kind of unbelievable. He just doesn't stop. You can't be stopped. Thank you, Jokered. Next episode, I'm talking with somebody who took the RP spotlight during OnlyFans. Seems to constantly have a smile on his face every time I tune in. And he also seemed to talk with almost every other RuneScape creator aside from me up until now. Next time, we're talking with Savix.